So I gathered you here today to talk about the importance of space exploration. Don't forget to do that thing. I paid my persuasive speech on space exploration because it has a couple key factors. It's brought a lot of innovation. It's brought cooperation to different nations, and it's just innovated our lives a lot more than we think. I have to look at people, look at the camera. It's difficult. So the first satellite we actually made, which advanced telecommunications, cell phones, all that fun stuff. It all started with Voyager, which we actually sent out into space kind of as an experiment in case we found extraterrestrial life. So it has a time capsule. It has a golden record, which I thought had music on it, but unfortunately it just has like sounds of Earth in case extraterrestrial life does find it, so then they can communicate with us in some way, shape, or form. Some of the advancements we've gotten from space exploration, like satellites, I've already talked about. We've got robots or like 3D printers. I don't remember if some of you are from the 3D printing speech, but on the International Space Station, they actually have a 3D printer out there just to print. Like if a tool breaks, you can't really send a new tool up to space. You gotta make one. Similar thing with robotics, rovers exploring Mars. Similar instances like with bomb squads. Now we have robots that can go in. We use the robot to defuse a bomb instead of accidentally blowing up a person. Makes it a lot safer. It also makes more jobs, more tech jobs. Or like, do you want to build robots? Do you want to build satellites? It just opens up the door for so many different avenues. Not only that, it gives us the potential for like the human race as a survival option, because the resources on Earth are finite, so we will run out of resources eventually. But reaching out to the stars, we can harvest resources from asteroids, other planets, moons. I don't know how into space you guys are, but recently they've actually found photos on Mars where they have spirals, so they assume that there was water there at some point in time. And then they have found ice crystals. Two other places that we have been looking at to potentially colonize would be moons, and that would be on one of Jupiter's moons, Europa, and then one of Saturn's moons, and I can never say this one, Enceladus, probably incorrect, but the Jupiter moon, Europa, is actually encased in ice, and that's one of the key factors as to why we're looking at that, because we have water. And also, in case there's a catastrophic event on Earth, volcanoes, let's say Yellowstone blows up, blocks out the sun, can't grow food, that gives us just another avenue, another potential to survive. Not only that, but we learn more about celestial threats such as meteors, solar flares, instances like that. If a solar flare goes off, it could demagnetize things, so then if you're out in space, satellites, it all goes kaput. And then moving on to international collaboration. It's hard when we're not interacting with the speech, but the International Space Station, I'm not sure how much is known about that, but when nations are actually working together on a project, we're not fighting. And who doesn't want peace? We're working towards a common goal. We're not fighting each other. We share knowledge, we share resources. Recently, the Expedition 47, I think, is stuck up there. I should have wrote the expedition number down. But they were actually the longest stay at the International Space Station, and they're recently coming back soon. I don't know if we have an actual date, but they've been up there for 6 months, roughly. Not only that, but eventually we could hopefully have peace on Earth. That's my presentation. Any questions? Perfect.
I really want that.
Thanks, guys.